God bless everybody today. It's May 19th, 2024, and a lot is going on today. This is an extremely important day, especially in Iran, because a helicopter carrying Iran's president has crashed. This has recently happened. We do not know his condition at this moment in time, and there is a prophecy in Daniel 11 that talks about this potential prophecy of this leader. So let's go into this real quick, and we don't know what's going to happen, and we don't know if he's going to live. And there's a prophecy about a fourth and stronger leader that potentially will come in at the very end prior to Iran's destruction. So I want to get into some of this stuff. Let's look at the article first, and we'll go from there. A helicopter carrying Iran President Raisi, I'm not sure how you say that, crashed on Sunday in the country's northwest, according to Iran's official, and who did not provide details of his condition. And so this is within the last hour and a half, couple hours that this has happened. Indicates local media reported that the helicopter, which was carrying Iran's foreign minister, also went missing due to the bad weather and thick fog in the region. There is a contradictory reports on whether the crash site has been located while rescue teams were on their way. Now, this could be sabotage also. You don't know what's going on here. You don't know what's going on in Iran in the political arenas, and whether someone would potentially try to eliminate this leader after so many years. I mean, he is an 85-year-old leader. He's been there for 40 some years. So I don't know exactly what's going on. And it talks about a hard landing, which could mean that he didn't survive. So let's look at why this could affect us today and why this man could be potentially in prophecy in Daniel. Okay, so we are in Daniel 11. Okay, Daniel only has 12 chapters. And once you get into 11 and 12, you start getting into the very end, and we start talking into a transition of Antichrist as we move forward. But this is extremely important. Look, he always, and I keep talking about the Medes and the Kurds. Okay, it's amazing that Daniel 11 brings up the Kurds right here in Daniel the Mede. And it indicates in the first year of Darius the Mede, even I stood to confirm and strengthen him. And now I will show you the truth. Behold, there shall be yet 3 kings in Persia, and the fourth shall be far richer than all. And by his strength through his riches he shall stir up all against the realm of Grecia. So the question is whether this man would die or he's the fourth king prior to Grecia or Turkey coming in and eliminating them, as Daniel 8 tells us. And a mighty king shall stand up and shall rule with great dominance and do to according to his will. And when he shall stand up, his kingdom shall be broken and shall be divided into the 4 winds of heaven. Now, that is Turkey. A mighty king from Greece shall stand up and rule with dominance and do according to his will, but then he shall be broken up and divided into the 4 winds. Okay, well, the 4 winds are when? 7th seal, they're held back. 6th trumpet, they're released. So that's extremely important. So it's extremely important that we determine whether and which king of Iran this might be and how that will affect us. And then it moves on later and talks about the king of the south becoming strong. That's Egypt. The king of the north is Turkey. And so as you move into this, it starts talking about Egypt and how he starts to dominate the Middle East. But let's look at the kings of Persia, or the leaders of Persia, Iran, and see where we might be in time. So if we just go out and look at the list of presidents of Iran, you can see these guys that have come up over the years. And then you get into this last set. Okay, so these are the 4 that we should be paying attention to at this very moment. Okay, this started, um, this man was elected in 97, ran for 8 years to 2005. Then we had Ahmadinejad, and however you say that, from August 2005 to August 2013. He went 8 years. And then this Rashini came in 13, and August of 2013 to August of 2021, he was 8 years. And now we have this man, which has had this helicopter accident, which came in 21. Okay, so this is extremely important that we understand how long he's been in. If he is the fourth king, he seems to be throwing a lot of flack down on Turkey right now. And so my suggestion is that he will live, but as Turkey comes down into Syria and also invades Iraq, as they're getting ready to do possibly this month, as I've been talking about, based on Alexander the Great's movements, he would end up in Tyre, Lebanon by the end of July. He would end up in Gaza, Palestine by the end of October, and then he would end up in Egypt, which would capitulate. And then by the time he gets back to Tyre, to Gaugamela, moves the Kurds down towards Baghdad, and then shush Iran, it will be the end of this year, around December, January, and then he'll come back to Israel by March. So this guy's time is limited regardless, and he is the fourth king, I believe, and so he will probably survive through this helicopter accident, but he won't last long because he's only got approximately about less than a year, 9 months before his kingdom fails and falls to Turkey anyway. So I don't see him lasting very long, but this is huge news. And you can see the timelines and things here so you can understand the time that they've all been in. So if you count fourth guy here, you're talking about these four individuals in Daniel 11, and that he would be the last leader prior to the destruction of Iran itself. So God bless everybody. Keep an eye on this one. We don't know what's going to happen. We'll see if this leader actually survives this helicopter accident, and if so, will his nation fall in the next 9 months? Around, well, and if you go from May to December, January, you're talking about 8 or 9 months from now. So this is extremely important. Keep your eye on this. Get ready, guys. This is getting ready to break out. And I've been talking about this. I've talked about how I saw something big happen on May 18, 19. I didn't know what. It's not over yet. We're walking into the 20. Pentecost is ending. There's potentially something that could happen, not only Turkey invading, now that this has happened, that might show weakness on those fronts, and you have that Nineveh over the United States, over the providence of Iraq, and potentially something to do with what's going on right now. And I just did a video about how that might affect the region of Iraq as Turkey gets ready to invade. And so there is so much going on here, guys. It's just so important that you understand what's happening. So God bless. Get your oil in your lamp and get ready and find the open door. Find Jesus.